Bene, bentornati tutti su Radio Italia 1. Questo è il programma AgriAdventures e io sono Simone Berliat. Allora, nella puntata di oggi abbiamo l'opportunità di parlare con un giovane chef australiano di 33 anni che ha preso l'opportunità di aprire, di gestire un suo ristorante qua in Adelaide e forse in un periodo molto difficile, anche se logicamente non era aspettato. Lui è Kane Pollard ed è lo chef proprietario del Topiary Caffè, che è in Tea Tree Gully. Ho avuto l'opportunità di conoscerlo, di incontrarlo e di fare questa intervista perché l'ho coinvolto, diciamo, in questo progetto che è la serie di esperienze gustative, alimentari, di ristorazione con delivery, con consegna a domicilio che sto creando sulla piattaforma AgriAdventures. Allora, per iniziare, prima di muoverci all'interno dell'intervista, vorrei prima di tutto specificare un paio di cose. La prima è, sfortunatamente o fortunatamente, queste interviste sono fatte online. Questo vuol dire che la registrazione dei file audio e dei file video viene fatta in contemporanea e sono live, e questo non permette logicamente un livello di registrazione audio molto elevato, sfortunatamente, soprattutto perché la registrazione dall'altra parte arriva attraverso un microfono che può essere di qualsiasi qualità diversa. Quindi speriamo che il livello qualitativo di queste registrazioni sia sufficiente da poter essere compreso appieno anche attraverso la radio. Nel qual caso comunque non abbiate l'opportunità di sentire in maniera corretta l'audio, perché poi c'è comunque un trasferimento anche dal formato MP3 a poi quello che è il formato delle radio, delle onde radio. Potete comunque sempre seguire la puntata live sulla piattaforma, sul Facebook, la pagina Facebook di AgriAdventures e sulla pagina Facebook di Radio Italia 1 Adelaide. Quindi nel qual caso non stiate riuscendo a sentire in maniera corretta il segnale, fate un salto sulla pagina Facebook di Radio Italia 1 e troverete quella che è il live, quindi avrete modo di vedere e di sentire, e in quel caso sicuramente il fatto di poter vedere anche noi che interagiamo vi permette di capire meglio quello che è l'argomento. Poi, sempre per chi ci segue attraverso la radio, siccome queste interviste sono fatte su molti device, multipiattaforma, è abbastanza difficile ricreare quello che è un environment invece solo radiofonico. Lo sto facendo perché ritengo che la comunicazione, in particolare quando le tempistiche sono limitate, come in questo caso, la comunicazione deve avere lo spazio più ampio possibile, quindi non soltanto audio ma anche video. E allora ho dovuto adattare un attimo quello che è il format. Quindi, sempre per chi ci sta ascoltando, avremo un'introduzione come adesso, poi avremo una pausa musicale, poi avremo l'intervista audio, l'intervista radio e video, che in questo caso ha una durata di circa una trentina di minuti. Quindi se per caso non avete l'opportunità di seguire l'intervista dal principio, vi chiedo gentilmente di approcciare poi quello che è il file video che troverete sulla pagina Facebook e potete seguire l'intervista attraverso questo file. Così vi permette anche in un certo senso di ascoltare e di vedere le puntate di AgriAdventures quando preferite voi. Questo vi permette di gustare di più i contenuti e nel frattempo di essere più disponibili su quello che fate tutti i giorni. E queste sono le prime due parti. La terza parte che volevo, diciamo, introdurre e spiegare in maniera corretta è perché questo discorso, queste creazioni di esperienze enogastronomiche a casa del cliente finale. Allora, prima di tutto perché come mi aspetto nel futuro a venire e come ho già visto succedere, molti locali che si sono trasferiti in quello che è la home delivery non ritorneranno a fare quello che è il servizio di tutti i giorni, pranzo e cena, perché? Perché logicamente si sono resi conto che i costi di gestione sono molto minori nel fare l'home delivery e che il mercato c'è. Qua in Sud Australia, magari adesso non posso parlare di tutta l'Australia perché non mi sono mosso fino adesso, comunque qua in Sud Australia il mercato dell'home delivery è proficuo. Quindi permette a un ristorante di focalizzare e concentrare le proprie risorse sulla produzione alimentare e fare un servizio più preciso per il cliente finale. Questo vuol dire anche in un certo senso l'aumento della qualità delle risorse utilizzate per fare questo servizio, perché alla fin dei conti quando i prezzi sono più o meno simili a quelli che sono i prezzi del servizio al ristorante, si può aumentare, c'è più gioco nelle risorse e si può aumentare a fare la qualità da un punto di acquisto di materie prime. C'è solo un problema però in questa problematica, in questo formato, e cioè che quello che era il lavoro e la funzionalità di quello che era il front house del ristorante era quello di introdurre il cliente al prodotto, cioè di facilitare una connessione tra quello che era il cliente e quello che era il prodotto di qualità dietro, che poteva non essere conosciuto dal cliente finale. Quindi per molti ristoranti che hanno o che comunque vogliono accedere a un livello qualitativo superiore, poter comunicare questo livello qualitativo diventerà ancora più difficile, perché il cliente finale non soltanto si aspetterà quella che è una home delivery e si aspetterà anche un livello di customizzazione molto elevato, ma non avrà neanche modo di accedere a quello che è diciamo, il filtro che veniva creato dai professionisti nel front house, cioè erano praticamente quelle persone che riuscivano a comprendere quale fosse il tuo desiderio, il tuo bisogno e abbinavano il prodotto adeguato, che spesso e volentieri non era il prodotto che il cliente finale stava cercando. Allora, in questo contesto, ho detto, questo è un grave danno alla comunicazione del prodotto finale, parliamo di un livello qualitativo decente, non stiamo parlando di McDonald's, non c'è bisogno di fare un'introduzione al McDonald's, perché tutti sanno che cosa c'è, però in tanti prodotti, soprattutto stagionali, soprattutto locali, soprattutto fatti magari con determinate tecniche di preparazione da parte di chef preparati e specializzati, l'introduzione, la comunicazione di questi prodotti è essenziale, in maniera tale che il cliente finale possa capire qual è il valore addietro. E allora perché non portare queste esperienze a casa del cliente finale? Perché non far sì che queste persone abbiano l'opportunità di poter conoscere e di poter capire di più quello che è il mondo della ristorazione, quello che è il mondo della produzione di cibo, parlando direttamente, comunicando direttamente con delle esperienze virtuali sociali, comunicando direttamente con i professionisti che hanno lavorato queste materie prime. Ed è per questo che ho creato e sto creando queste esperienze che spero vi interessino, in quanto sono anche l'opportunità per me, come professionista, di poter creare una professione che non posso soltanto permettermi di sostenere quello che è il mio business e la mia persona professionale, ma anche che mi permette di comunicare quello che è la mia passione e quello che è l'amore che ho per i prodotti agroalimentari in primo, e anche per quello che è lo sforzo e la passione che tutti questi professionisti nella ristorazione portano tutti i giorni, che non vengono mai messi e presi in proprio valore. Non sono tenuti in considerazione quando all'interno del servizio di ristorante non c'è il tempo per poterli comunicare. Quindi ho creato questa serie di esperienze in collaborazione con Andrea, per esempio, di Bellagio Family Restaurant, e in questo caso con Kane, anche lui, per cercare di portare queste esperienze attraverso una cosa leggermente diversa a casa del cliente finale, in maniera che quest'ultimo abbia modo di scoprire i segreti, le difficoltà e la passione che c'è addietro a questo mondo della ristorazione. Bene, direi che possiamo adesso fare una pausa musicale, dopodiché vi introdurrò a Kane attraverso la nostra intervista, che sarà un'intervista virtuale, e ricordo, ci potete seguire sulla radio, ci potete seguire sulla pagina Facebook di Radio Italia 1 Adelaide, come potete vedere on live, ci potete trovare anche sulla pagina di AgriAdventures e ci potrete trovare anche sulla pagina di YouTube di AgriAdventures. Se siete interessati a vedere queste esperienze, che cosa offrono, potete andare sulla pagina di AgriAdventures nella sezione Events. Quindi nella sezione Events online, nel menu, oppure all'interno della home page, potete trovare queste esperienze a disposizione che non soltanto supporteranno e supportano i professionisti, ma supportano anche i produttori locali. Ci sentiamo tra un attimo, sempre qui su Radio Italia 1 Adelaide. A presto. Bene, bentornati a tutti su Radio Italia 1 Adelaide, io sono Simone Berliat e questo è il programma AgriAdventures. E come vi ho detto all'inizio di questa puntata, quest'oggi parleremo con Kane Pollard, che è il proprietario e lo chef del caffè dei Topiary caffè in Tea Tree Gully. L'intervista è un'intervista virtuale, quindi è un'intervista fatta online e eccoci qua, pronti ad ascoltarla. Let's start. So, hello, welcome to Radio Italia 1 Adelaide. This is the first virtual radio interview that I do personally, and that probably we have done also on the radio. So welcome, Kane, to this AgriAdventures new option, new future option. And so I don't know if you were aware, but AgriAdventures is a radio episode, it's a radio program that I designed 1 year ago, and then is focused on food production and agriculture. So I like to speak about biodynamic, I like to speak about permaculture if I have a chance, and I like to speak about food production, the way how food is produced, the way how it was produced. Sometimes I like to trick in questions and the story behind, like a history, the traveling that food have been doing all over the planet. And then I throw it into the mess of the hospitality, which is beautiful, but is also scary at the same time. So, and today I'm really excited to have you here because I'm here to speak really well about your place. I'm not going to say much now here. You're going to tell us about it. But also people is following us, they are interested to this kind of topics. So first thing, I would like to know a little bit more about you, because personally we met each other just virtually. So at the moment we haven't met in real life. You're not really far away, I have to say. So, and tell something about you to us. Tell something, where are you from? And a little bit.
Yeah. So my name's Kane Pollard. I'm 33 years old, and I grew up in the Adelaide Hills, part of a market gardening family up there. And yeah, started off spending my school holidays basically weeding and planting and picking, and a lot of time in the garden, which I guess is where a lot of the food passion comes from. I started working in kitchens when I was 15, as soon as I could start, and just started working my way up from being a kitchen hand and dishwasher up to an apprentice chef, and I've been in kitchens ever since.
Okay, interesting. Adley Hills, okay. Interesting surname, by the way, Pollard.
Yes.
What's the connection? Do you know a little bit about the story, the history behind?
Not a lot. As far as I know, it's Irish from a long time ago, but the generations that I know of are all Australian. So yeah, nothing that I can draw on just yet. I'd love to find out more one day for sure.
Yeah, I like my surname is Berliat, which is really not common for an Italian background, and
Yep.
I think that I found out where it comes from because there are people with the same surname in Switzerland, but many of them they are from the Rhone Valley. So probably there is a motive why I love wine. There has to be a bit of French DNA in me, which makes me kind of, keen for that. So you said that you've been working in hospitality for a long time. How long have you been working in hospitality for?
Yeah, ever since I was 15. So yeah, 18 years I've been doing it, and yeah, anything from sort of relaxed. Started off in hotels and fine dining, and then went to more of foraging and locavore mentality type restaurants, and then spent some time up in Cairns in North Queensland, sort of exploring different parts of Australia and learning some different techniques up there. It was a super transient community, so I got to meet a lot of chefs that had worked in Michelin star restaurants over in Europe, and yeah, that kind of got me excited and gave me a little bit of clarity as far as what direction I wanted to go with my cooking. So coming back to South Australia and knowing the ingredients and more people back here, I felt more confident taking a bit of a plunge and trying to make my own restaurant work.
That's an interesting challenge. I have to say that after a couple of years of managing and after being working here in the industry for 3 years, I'm kind of allergic now to hospitality. It's a beautiful industry, but it's so different from what I'm used to work in Italy and or in Europe that is like it's difficult. And so take a restaurant on, it's a huge challenge in my opinion. I don't think I will do it. It's really a huge challenge.
It is, yeah. It's been a hell of a roller coaster.
Yeah. And you said something about foraging. That's an interesting concept. Why did you move in that direction?
I think just drawing on super traditional methods, going back to, indigenous cultures here in Australia, but also the slow food movement over in Italy, and just really looking at what is around you as a source of inspiration rather than just what you can get from wherever you like, I guess. And so it seemed obvious to me, starting to work here at Topiary, we're surrounded by sort of cooler climate up in the hills, with trickling rivers and quite moist earth, and then down the hill across the road we have Anstey Hill, which is a little bit more dry and closer to the sun. And so yeah, it's sort of surrounded by small microclimates, I guess, that different things grow at different times. And it became very interesting to just go for a walk, within 5-10 minutes of the restaurant and see what was around, and then start learning about that. And that started to shape what was on the menu here at Topiary.
So that is the base of many cuisines all over the planet, is be able to feel and transfer these feelings to the customer is probably one of the biggest dreams of chefs, and in some way even for like front house people like me, that we like the idea is to be able to give emotions and bring memories through a taste and sensory experience. And it is kind of surprising to me, I have to be sincere, to find somebody like you so focused on this over here after I've been like, tortured from a massive cultural standardized food. Like you are what is to me is normal, what it should be every single chef should speak about, like the difference between spring and summer, autumn, and the different plants, how they move together, because that is the base of the beginning of everything. Then after you put the sauces, all that, but it's the beginning of everything. So now I'm curious because how long did you start to work, or how long did you take over at the Topiary? How long ago?
Yeah, I started working here about 9 years ago for the previous owner, and I bought the business with my father-in-law and my family just over a year in, basically. It used to be a tea house, started as a tea house about 35, 40 years ago almost now. Started as the Topiary Tea House and then morphed into the Topiary Cafe, which offered sort of more cake and high tea and light lunch meals. Mm-hmm. And then as I've come into the picture, I've tried to bring things back to what we're surrounded by in a way. And I found that idea mixed with my training and passion led to a slight, I wouldn't say a high end, but a slightly more intricate menu, something that does need a little bit more explaining, but has a little bit more purpose, I guess, for making the trek up here.
Okay. Yeah. Are you finding it difficult with the final customer?
What was that one, sorry?
Are you finding it difficult with the final customer? I mean, are you finding difficult to transfer this concept to the final customer?
We went through about 2 or 3 years early on when I started to make some minor changes. There was a little bit of hesitation there from people. I feel like if you do something well, then it will be received well at the end of the day. And for us, it was just a matter of getting people through the door that appreciate quality food. A lot of the older clientele that used to come through, they started to really enjoy it because the taste of our house-cultured butter and cured meats and house-baked bread that's cooked fresh every day started to remind them of their childhood, which is super rare these days, especially for the older community, to go out and pay a reasonable price for something that is all made in-house. I think is pretty special, and that started to conjure up feelings in them, and so I would say a good 3/4 of those original customers really got on board with the direction we were trying to go, and we made sure that we did what we could to hold their hand for the journey as well, not just sort of say, this is what we do now, take it or leave it, but more so we appreciate the fact that you've been coming here for so many years, and we want to work with you and try and show you what we want to try and do, and hopefully you can, and take that journey with us. And yeah, a lot of them have, which has been fantastic. Really, really special part of it all.
That is not easy. It's not easy. It's really difficult to be able to communicate love and have customers that they stop over there listening, and that is good. It means that you go over there, you're creating a sort of bubble of time in which people is able to relax and come over and be able to listen. That is really cool, really good job. But tell me something about the Topiary. Like, to me, it was kind of is a English word that I'm not familiar with, and so you were speaking to me the other day. You were explaining that is a sort of gardening technique, or was that?
Yes. Yeah, so we're situated inside Newman's Nursery in the foothills of Tea Tree Gully, and it's what they call a garden nursery, which means like an open air nursery set within a garden rather than like a covered over greenhouse, type setup. But topiary itself means a sculpted plant. So, you know, during Easter you'll see pictures of Easter bunny topiaries, and but the general one, is, you know, is just a ball, essentially, like a large, perfectly formed ball that is a tree on its, and we felt comfortable and excited to keep the name, because for us, we know that topiaries take a lot of years to perfect. So it's something that's similar to a bonsai in a way, that it takes a large investment of time for it to eventually reach its full potential, rather than, you know, the trees that will fruit or be ready to go within a couple of years, or, you know, a lettuce plant that you'll be able to harvest within a few months. Topiary is something that takes time, and it needs to be pruned and trimmed, you know, each week to make sure that the finished product is exactly the shape and size that you were hoping that it would be. So yeah, we see that rings true with our restaurant too. It's something that's taken a lot of years, and it's been beautiful to watch, but eventually we're hoping that it will be exactly what we want it to be, and that everybody can enjoy that.
That was actually my following question, which more than a question was a sentence. I was thinking it looks like more a philosophy, like it's your blending in a philosophy of a place. Like we speak about different areas close by you with different flavors, and then you start refining from outside this bush that is difficult to understand, and now you're shaping it as a form of experience for your customers coming over, and then but it's still in development. Do you have any like, where do you have a garden that you can access over there, veggie garden or herbs garden, because you are in a garden, so I suppose.
We are, yes. Yeah. So we're in a bit of a valley here, so sunlight is a bit of an issue, but we have 5 garden beds of our own up the back, which we use for mainly garnishes, herbs, and trialing different fruits and vegetables that maybe aren't worth investing a lot in, because we're not sure how it's going to come out. We're not sure how we're going to work with them. So we do small batch growing, herbs and garnishes down there. Then we have our courtyard garden as well, which is beautiful plants, all sorts of different types of edible flowers, and things that we use to make infusions and teas and kombuchas and things like that. And then we have the grow wall out the back of the kitchen too, which has a lot of sort of cascading greenery and strawberries and things that we need to pick super, super fresh. So literally, if an order comes in that needs to be finished with an item, it'll generally be planted on the grow wall so it can be picked to order to enjoy. And then on top of that, we work directly with Marlene, which is a lady that lives up the road on a property. We get quite a bit of fruit and veg from her, and then we go to the farmers market every Sunday and source all of our other fruit and vegetables through the small growers that are dotted around South Australia, basically to fill out the menu and steer us in the right direction with what's going to be on the menu for that season.
Yeah. Is that exciting, go to the farmers market?
Oh, it's amazing. I think since being here, I've grown not only as a person but as a chef, because you can be trained in fine dining, you can be trained in functions or pub food or whatever it may be, and everything you get taught is generally like ordered off of a list, and it doesn't change a lot throughout the year. You'll get slight variations as the year goes on. But at the end of the day, your menu planning from a sheet in front of you, which isn't overly inspiring. So I found out heading to the market and being surrounded by the myriad of colourful, beautiful looking, super fresh fruits, vegetables and ingredients, and then being able to go to the next level and talk to the person that's planted that seed, that's pulled it out the ground and then is selling it to you on the spot. That the stories that they tell and the sense and the visuals that you get from walking through an incredible market like that is what fuels the passion, I guess, and really makes it easy to write a menu, because the produce is where it all begins and where it ends, really. So it's a hugely important part of what we do, for sure.
Yes, I know that. I know the same feeling, because it's something that I always like when I have to cook. I'm not a recipe person. I'm a sniff person. I mean, when I go to when I go to the farmers market, I walk, and walking, I can smell, and when I get a smell that it inspires me, I say, "Ooh, I know this one," and then immediately I have the recipe coming through. I was like, oh my God, I could do that, and I could add this one, and I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna put on the top of it. That's like, when I go over there, it's always a game of fun for me. Then after you put in place, and then it has to become something that is more standard, that is gonna be more difficult and more technical. But when I go to the farmer's market, like to me, it's like going to a playground. Like, that is a fun thing.
Yeah.
Now I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was.
So I was going to say, you have to allow yourself to get lost, I think, at the market. I try and tell everybody, don't go to the market with a list of what you need for the week in hopes to cook certain dishes, but go to the market with no list at all, and then pick up what catches your eye and then figure out the recipes later.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. I agree 100%. Now, I suppose it's not a good time now to speak about hospitality, isn't it?
No, it's truly challenging.
Truly challenging, yeah. And I don't know, I had a couple episodes on the AgriAdventures when I've been speaking about what I see the outcome, and in some way I'm a little bit worried about, because that this delivery process, this food delivery process, which obviously included pre or frozen or pre-made dishes and food, that can be decreasing the quality of the product, in my opinion. But the thing that scares me the most is the people that develop the habit to order and to get at home, and then they will lose the opportunity and the chance, and we will lose the opportunity and the chance to speak with them, to say, like, one of my job, and also one of my favorite things I like to do when I work in a restaurant, is go to the customer and understand the customer, what could be the best option, the best experience. And 3 times on 4, they have no idea what should be the best experience. Like, they don't know. They don't know what is. It's understandable. They don't know the place. They don't know the kitchen. They don't know the pantry. They don't know the wine. So they walk in, and I always found obliged to give them the best experience. So listening at them and say, look, don't go in your usual direction. Taste this product, because I assure you it's going to be the best experience you ever had over here. I know the producer. I know everything. So the thing that worries me now is this habit to have delivered food. The risk is going to take away the opportunity of introducing new things. What do you think about? What's your feeling?
Yeah, well, I guess that's why we took a step back, and we needed a couple of days of closure originally, just to gather our heads and try and come up with a game plan as to what we can do to keep our restaurant afloat, and hope that we can come out the other end with a restaurant still. But we still wanted to keep our ethos at the core of what we do, no matter whether it is takeaway, pick up, delivery, or when we're open again. So yeah, we looked at the options and broke it down into 2 separate sections. One was sort of the house-made produce that people know and love, the house-baked breads, cultured butter, cheeses, cured meats, and things like that. And then there's the experience side of it, like you say, that people come here for the tasting menu or for a long lunch. Yes, to eat, yes, to have wine, but mainly to get lost in what's going on, and to block out what's happening in the outside world, and just give themselves to you and enjoy their time while they're here. So trying to capture that was always in the back of my mind. And when the idea of a tasting menu at home came up, it seemed a little bit mental and a little bit, okay, we're never going to be able to really roll out a full tasting menu at home. But after a few days of thinking about it and coming up with a menu that translated well in that way, pair that together with some video footage from Dewey, from a friend that helped tell the story, and develop a website that helps stitch all of those bits and pieces together. And yeah, the feedback's been phenomenal. The box arrived on your doorstep. It's all laid out, pre-garnished, and so when you peel back the layer and lift up the menu and have a read and look at what's there, you do get that same excitement that you do in a restaurant when you don't know what's coming in a tasting menu and it gets put down in front of you, and the wow factor is instant. So I feel like we capture that. It's definitely not exactly the same as being in a restaurant. You can't escape your own home when you're in your own home, but I like to think that the food and the fun of a little bit of plating and a little bit of cooking is it's something a bit different for everybody to do from home.
For the people that is following us from the radio, they can't see us on Facebook or on YouTube, and they probably are not aware about, but you're offering a sort of testing menu at home where they can purchase the menu and it will be delivered at their home as a form of experience. So that is clear for them, because that was like one of the questions they were coming after, which is what experience you want to provide with it, and you clearly reply to this question. So coming to that, now we try to, for the people that's following us, we try to partner up a little bit on this experience, because that is what I think is probably the next step of the frontier of the home entertainment / hospitality opportunity, which is host experiences online where people, they can access the product, they can receive the product, and they can go through the product as a form of experience. And so it came actually perfect, because when I've seen what you were doing, I thought that is exactly what I would like all the restaurant with a sort of quality be able to do, because that's what's always been looking for myself, which was I'm not able to access this concept now, but I could have it as a form of entertainment experience where I can. So we have this 17th. I'm gonna use numbers now, because people will love it, even if I have to go again with this interview. Be aware that is already gone if this is a replica. Anyway, the 17th of March, April, May we're speaking about. We are already in May. That's scary. We are in May, 17th of May, which is a Sunday. We are gonna host this virtual experience together. Kane is gonna go through the wine. This Kane is gonna through the food. I'm gonna go through the wine. So it's gonna be a double game. We're gonna come over there, and we're gonna see what is possible to do. That could be like a game-changing thing. You know that.
Definitely. No, I'm super excited. I think to bring the food and the wine to the people in box form is one thing, but to reconnect, in a virtual way, and still to share those stories and talk about the food and the wine the same way as you would in a restaurant, I think it's definitely as close as we're going to get in the current climate, and it's super exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah. And probably is even one of the first time that happened on the planet. I never hear about something like that before. It could be one of the first time. Okay, so the interview is almost done, because I'm sure that you have to go back home, and you're still at work, by the way, for what I've seen. And and then you have to, but I have still a couple questions. The first one is, more correlated with the business side, like for people like you and like me that we're starting a business, what were the difficulties that you faced that really still are not working? Like, what is the worst part at the moment on this?
At the moment in business?
Yes.
I think it's the uncertainty for us is the hard part. We like to think we're doing what we can to keep afloat and to make sure we can open our doors again. But like now is a different time to what it's going to be in a year or 6 months' time, in that, you know, loans are on hold and utilities are on hold and things have stopped, which has created a little bit of calm and a little bit of, okay, we can get through this. But in 6 months' time, all of that's going to not only be on again, but you're going to be paying back what has been not paid during this period. So I think the unknown of what's happening now and when the doors are going to be opening again, paired with the unknown of exactly how deep in it you're going to be at the end, is making it very hard to sleep at the moment.
I understand.
Yeah.
You're seeing the big wave. You're seeing the big wave over there, and you're simply seeing that it's staying over there, but it's gonna come. So yeah, I understand. Yeah. It's a little bit freaky.
Yeah.
And leaving aside this difficult time and the business, what's your direction? Where you wanna end this experience? Well, what would you like to go?
I feel like we're trying to use the opportunity of having excess time right now during this closure to simmer down all the bits and pieces of our business and what was working before and what will continue to work when we open the doors. And yeah, just review everything, the importance of time at home with family, the importance of team bonding and going out foraging together as a team rather than having to run out and do it in between service. So yeah, we're looking at all of that, and really after the fantastic response to our tasting menu at home, that's always been the direction that we've been wanting to go, and we're feeling more confident than ever to move in that direction once the doors are open. So we're going to be simplifying our business and looking at breakfast and lunch as the main events, and really investing a lot of time and energy in making sure they are as good as we can possibly get them. And start breaking new ground, start getting creative, and just get excited again. Just open up the doors with a new lease on life and really make it an extremely special place to be when you make the trek to come up here.
Yeah, this is probably also a good time, because I'm expecting that a lot of businesses, they won't survive through this process, and so there will be a scarcity, but in some way the businesses that they will be able to differentiate, and the businesses that will be able to come out with a higher quality, or simply with the extra step, they will be the ones that they will be seen from far away, because in the middle there will be the valley of desolation. So that is a good thinking. Yeah. And professionally wise, what's your goal? Straight, like on the corner of your mouth. Yeah, it's like, what you're thinking professionally. What would you like achieve?
Yeah, I think due to being so busy over the past few years, and I feel like the menu development, the creativity side of me and everyone around me had started to deteriorate a little bit. So I think professionally the way forward for me is to concentrate and focus on that, to travel a little bit more and try and get excited and open up my mind a little bit as to what's possible. And yeah, this is I love this place, and it's close to the city. It's got a lot of history. It's a very special place to be. But long term, I want to be on a large piece of land, running a small restaurant that sources everything from that one property, and work within those constraints and see them as an opportunity for growth and for creativity rather than the possibility of getting anything from anywhere that you like. I think that excites me to really boil it down to what surrounds you only, and then see what you can come up with.
Well, that is the secret of creativity. Lack of options is the secret of creativity. Like Italy, but all the countries, less they had available, and boy, they created so complex things from a piece of bread and a couple other ingredients. So that is probably the real fun thing, is to create, imagine, and have all these things going through. Okay, Kate, it was a pleasure to speak with you, and it was a pleasure for the people that's following us that I had a chance to see. Apologize if the video quality is not the best ever, but you have to think this is a new stage, like we'll be moving through many devices for do that. And please come to visit the Kane website. This is the Topiary Cafe, I think. It's for the location. And then is the topiaryathome.com. Do you want to tell us, or the website? So it's probably better than not me. Do you remember that?
Yeah, as part of our reopening and rebrand, we've got a bit of work to do there, but our current website is the topiarycafe.com.au, where you can see what we do when we do have our doors open, and then topiaryathome.com is everything that we have available during the pandemic period. So jump on and have a look, and get in contact if you after something specific. But it's looking forward to seeing what we can do.
And also you can go on the AgriAdventures platform on the website in the events area, and there is the Topiary at Home food event, and then you can click on it. You can figure it out, because we are gonna deliver the product, but unfortunately we can't go in all Adelaide, because obviously fresh product delivery the day or maybe the evening before, so we have time limitation and constraints. But go over there, check if it's available, and then you come to see us when we do the experience. Kane, again, it was a pleasure, and we'll see actually tomorrow. I'm coming to see and have a look to the location.
Look forward to meeting you in the flesh. Thanks, Simone.
Thank you. Bene, bentornati su Radio Italia 1 Adelaide. Spero che l'intervista vi sia piaciuta. Per me è stata molto interessante parlare con una persona giovane comunque, che si sta affacciando a questo mercato con l'idea di poter comunicare in maniera migliore, secondo me, e provare esperienze, creare esperienze per il cliente finale con i prodotti che ha a disposizione in un piccolo raggio. È secondo me la visione essenziale, la visione più pulita di quella che è la ristorazione di alto livello. Quindi se avete l'opportunità, avrete l'opportunità di partecipare all'esperienza che abbiamo creato assieme su AgriAdventures, riceverete questo menù a casa vostra, questo menù di degustazione a casa vostra. Potrete scegliere di avere o non avere il vino abbinato, questo è a scelta vostra, e assieme a Kane andremo e scopriremo il perché di queste ricette, come le ha create, per quale motivo le ha create in questa maniera, e poi logicamente più entreremo in dettaglio, più ci saranno domande anche da parte vostra che permetteranno a noi poi di scoprire di più e di entrare più in dettaglio su quello che è il mondo che c'è attorno a questa degustazione, ma un po' anche al mondo della cucina e dell'ospitalità qua in Sud Australia. Ripeto, spero che la puntata vi sia piaciuta. Potete sempre contattarci attraverso la pagina Facebook di Radio Italia 1 Adelaide, che è Italia 1, Italia 1 e that's it. E abbiamo l'email che è info@italia1.com.au, oppure potete contattarci attraverso la pagina Facebook di AgriAdventures. Io sono Simone Berliat, questo era il programma AgriAdventures e state ascoltando Radio Italia 1 Adelaide. Ci sentiamo la prossima settimana con un'altra intervista. Buona giornata a tutti, a presto.